How have you found success in helping people slow down a bit in that? Because there is sometimes extreme pressure in the business sphere to go, well, we got to get it up this quarter or by next month or whatever. And it's like, well, to your point, some of these things, it's like, well, A plus B will eventually equal C, but it may not happen this month.
Yeah. Well, this is a challenge in, I think, all aspects of life, from from economic forecasting, business, sports, personal relationships. Is I go in and I've got a plan,
Yep.
and then the plan doesn't seem to be working. Do I need to give the plan more time, or do I need to
Yeah.
throw away the plan? And
Yeah.
I've made both mistakes. I've stuck
Okay.
with plans that weren't working a long time, and I've thrown away perfectly good plans because they were taking me a while.
Okay.
And I don't think there's an easy solution to that. I
Yeah.
My presumption is trying to understand why the plan was expected to work. What were the
Okay.
critical values? Did we think customers would have this behavior? Did we think we could get our production costs to there? Did I think my spouse would respond well when I said
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah?
Yeah.
Let's not go into too many details there, but you know,
No.
in all aspects of life, it's like, hey, is was there a good reason to think the plan was working? Have the factors that led to confidence in the plan changed, or is it that we
Yeah.
just need to give it more time?
Okay. I think there's two really profound pieces of wisdom in there that I think is really helpful, regardless. Because to your point, this isn't just playing the economy or business. This is just life skills.
Yeah,
But really, one of them is, you highlighted this, is knowing what it is you were hoping to accomplish with what you did. And I'm always surprised by how often, and even in myself, sometimes you can charge into something without actually taking the time to go, what were we actually hoping to see on the other end
yeah,
by doing this? So that we know what, like, did we make it? Did we not? Are we making progress on that? If you don't set that target, you're never going to know if you're doing it. But then also taking that time to kind of autopsy it and go, if it's not making the progress that I was hoping for, why? Like, what is going on? So, like you said, did factors change? Has the business shifted? So that, to your point, you don't just abandon it too early, but also you don't end up staying on a ship that, hey, we've torn a hole in the hull. We got to get off the boat type of a thing. Because I've seen that too. I've watched people stay on the ship convinced, no, if we just keep hammering this wall longer, eventually it'll work. And it's like, well, no, you're going to be at the bottom of the Pacific.
right. Yeah, and that's a challenge. And I encourage businesses not just to have a plan that says, our sales will be X dollars at the end of the
Yes.
year, but why will it be X dollars? Is it the old customers spending more? Is it new customers coming in? You take that simple dichotomy, and you can actually then see, as you go through the year, are we getting the new customers we expected?
Yeah.
Is the ticket value of the old customers really going up as we thought it would? And try to get to the underpinnings of that forecast. I
Okay.
was talking to an athlete who had really great success, world champion level success, about setting goals. And he was saying, yeah,
Yep.
you need to set goals. And I said, well, in my amateur stuff, I set goals and it doesn't make much difference. And he says, well, what do you do in the goal setting process? And I said, well, I set a goal, finish in the top five. He says, you think about what it's going to take to get to the top five? I'm like,
Yeah.
no. And he says, oh, well,
Yeah.
that's the key of the goal setting. You say, in order to be at the top five, I have to improve in this area and that area. And I'm sort of okay in the third area. And then you have to have metrics for all of those things where you need to improve. So it's metrics upon metrics to see if, and then once you have that more complex structure, you can see where you're going right, where you're going wrong. Are you
Right.
likely just to, it's just going to take longer, but it's happening, or do you need to throw out your whole theory?